This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but you should probably get a job. And here's why. I get asked probably at least once a week, hey, John, I want to get into lead gen or affiliate marketing or maybe even e-commerce. What do I do? How do I get started? What should I start selling? And that's the wrong question to be asking. The real question should be, how should I learn how to do this thing? And honestly, some of the biggest players in both ecom and lead gen pay-per-call that I know in the affiliate space, they've all, or not all, but a lot of them have started by working underneath someone else. Why is this what you probably should do? Whether you're younger or older, I think the answer is going to be the same, and here's why, okay? There is such a learning curve to what you need to do to be good at this. I mean, it's very simple on a larger scale, right? You need to be good at making creatives. Like let's take lead gen or e-commerce or pay-per-call as an example, and you're talking about not just like brokering and slinging shit, but actually producing yourself, right? You're gonna be good at creatives, you're gonna need to be good at editing and scripting creatives, and you're also need to be good at some tech to some extent. You also need to be good at understanding the data, the conversion rate, and how to pull levers to improve it and create a good outcome. And then you also need to be good at working with buyers and understanding dispositions and quality reports and all these other things too, right? Why do I share all that? Unless you have a business background, running another business, a brick and mortar, like before I got into e-commerce, which was before I got into affiliate with lead gen, I had a gym for 10 years. So I learned a lot of fundamentals around business, around acquisition costs for a customer, cost per lead, cost per sale, LTV, all these super important things, and then how to manipulate those to generate profit, to generate value, to generate a sustainable business. I learned those at a very basic, local, small scale. And there was still a learning curve when I got to e-commerce and then lead gen after. But a lot of people are coming from a job or they just started watching YouTube videos about it. And they don't have the raw fundamental skill set or the mindset that comes with it because this stuff is stressful. There's days where I lose a lot of money, right? We make up for that with days where we make a lot more money than we lost, but you have to become the type of person, which is the whole nother part of this, aside from the actual skill sets, developing the mindset and becoming the type of person that can sustain the downs, because there's a lot of downs to this business, a lot of downs to any business. That's not something you can be taught. You can only see it and then go through it. I think everyone has to at some point. But the reason why I say getting a job is often the right answer, not just because a number of my friends at a higher level, bigger scale than I've ever done or am doing have started by working underneath someone else, but also because it's the least amount of risk in a lot of ways, right? The biggest thing you're risking is time, and when you don't have skills, you have to trade time to learn, right? So learning on someone else's dime is so powerful, and I mean this in the best way, not like working for someone and ripping their business. That's not what I mean at all. You may find that you actually don't want to be a business owner, or you don't want to do this solo without a team, and that you can thrive and crush being a part of someone else's team. And that may be your reality, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I do not wish upon most people to work for themselves or become business owners because it just sucks. There are times where it is miserable. You don't want to get out of bed. You're losing money. Something breaks. You get sued. All sorts of shit happens, right? We've all been through it. I've been put through the ringer countless times on stuff that wasn't even my fault or within my control, but it's just what you have to deal with as a business owner, right? When you work for someone else, you speed up the learning curve. You do it on their dime, and it's the lowest cost form of you developing the skill set. Because I remember when I got into drop shipping or even when I had my gym, there were plenty of gurus ready to charge me $5K or $10K to teach me their secrets with a course and an 8-week or 12-week coaching program. And aside from Alex Hormozy, that was the best ROI I've ever had in a coaching program of any kind. Probably spent like $30,000, $40,000 just with his coaching consulting. Totally worth it. Made me a ton of money. I was able to sell that gym and get far more than my return out of it. But Most of the stuff did not really help me that much. There was some value to these coaching programs for sure, that aside from Hormozy. But the reason why I say this is because you could be that guy that just keeps spending money on coaches and consultants, and that can work, but it's much cheaper and often much faster to learn through the process through someone else if you have the right opportunity, right? So like not every job is gonna be the right job for you, okay? So there's gonna be a lot of jobs that are just kind of bullshit and that they're really bad paying too, and you also don't learn anything. So I think being selective with what role or opportunity you go after at the start is super important, right? So what I would recommend is if you're serious about getting into, let's say, lead gen and pay-per-call and affiliate marketing, the first thing you need to do is you need to join Telegram groups and Teams groups and Facebook groups and put yourself out there. Ask questions, learn. Watch all the YouTube videos. Watch my YouTube channel. Watch Dave's YouTube channel. There's other people that are starting to put out content. Adam Young, he's started to as well. OfferVault, all these, right? There's not a ton of them. There's a lot of gatekeeping in this industry. But then more importantly, you start going to the affiliate summits and the LeadsCon events and then Contact.io and Lead Gen World and maybe even Affiliate World, right? Because you will find the right person and the right opportunity. Most people that I know in the space, if you're hungry and you're humble and you're not a dick and you just start the conversation by saying, hey, I'm new to this space, I'm looking to learn, or I need specific help understanding this, most people are gonna help you. People like to help people that come, I don't wanna say come at them, but come to them without an agenda, without an initiative, because there are some slimy motherfuckers in this industry. Like I'm not gonna drop names besides a guy that his first name may be Timothy and his last name might be Lee. Don't quote me on that, right? But the point I'm trying to make here is if you come with an open hand, with humility, people will help you and will give you opportunities and connect you with the right people, at least to get going. You always have to fill in the pieces, but that's why when you work for someone or under someone that's a badass, that's already gone through the gauntlet a number of times through hell and back and has won, that is going to be the fastest, cheapest, most efficient, and probably long-term benefit to your network as well. If you're able to come in, add a lot of value, and then when the timing, if it ever is right, you part ways and do your own thing. Nothing wrong with that. It happens all the time, actually. So when someone asks me, how do I get started? What's the best offer? I'm brand new. What do I do first? First thing I recommend is look at who you can work with. No shame in it. I've said this publicly a number of times and I stand by it. And this is from someone that's been self-employed and the stubborn, I'm gonna do it myself for 15 years since I quit my first job. So hope this advice helps. Let me know your thoughts. If you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, I'd love to hear what you think. See you in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't.